Why? Summer was doing so good.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets. Guys, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets is directed by Luc Besson. I was actually pretty excited for this movie because I know The Fifth Element is a great sci-fi movie and Lucy is... it's alright. And I also love The Professional. This movie stars Dane DeHaan as Valerian and Cara Delevingne as his partner, like Lilith or some shit. I'm not gonna take the time to look it up, it doesn't deserve it. Rihanna and Ethan Hawke for some reason. And this movie is about Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne's characters. They have to save the City of 1,000 Planets. It's where all these alien cultures and all of our cultures, everybody comes together and shit. And it's under threat from some evil. Yeah, whatever. Whatever. Let's just go. Alright, so this movie is not a total, like, shithole. It's not good in any means, but it's not a complete shithole. The special effects in this movie are absolutely amazing. The first 15-20 minutes, you're just blown away because of just how good it looks. Everything looks insane. I love the way Luc Besson uses all the colors in his shot and makes all his shots come alive, especially like in a universe like that where it's like a whole bunch of alien shit. It's nice to see like such a crazy color palette thrown onto the screen because you actually feel like you're in another universe. And after that, I don't really know what else to say about this movie. It's a good movie to look at. The story is whatever. It's not very compelling, I'll tell you that much. For a 2.5-hour movie, like, I was not invested, like, at all. I don't ever leave the theater to use the bathroom, but this one I was just like, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna miss anything. I really don't think the story is the problem too much with the movie. I think it's more the characters. They don't make you give a shit about anything that's going on in the film. Dane DeHaan and Cara Delevingne, they have this, like, forbidden love thing going on, or, like, it's like Han and Leia. They, like, both know that they love each other, but, you know, they don't want to, neither of them want to come out and say it. It's supposed to play out like that, but it is nowhere near as good as that. They have like no chemistry whatsoever. I could not feel the love tonight between either of them. It doesn't help that Dane DeHaan's character just acts like a douche the whole time. You want to root for your main characters. You actually want to be engaged in what they're doing. But when you got this guy who's just a jackass the whole movie, like, you just really don't give a shit. Even like some of the ways, even like, I don't know if it was the writing or if it was the way just Dane DeHaan delivered some of his lines. I like Dane DeHaan as an actor. He was great in Chronicle, and he was great in A Cure for Wellness. I mean, I don't care for that movie, but he had a great performance in that movie. But in this movie, he's just like... and like, I don't know if it was the writing or if it's the way he delivered his lines, but like, in the very beginning of the movie when they're introducing characters and shit, it's like this single tracking shot through their ship, and Dane DeHaan, he's talking to Cara Delevingne, they're walking, he's like, yeah, so I think we should get married, I'm tired of all this bullshit. And she's like, well, I'm not quite sure. You have a long profile talking about all those bitches. And he was just like, no, I'm willing to delete my He's like, I'm willing to delete my profile for you. Or some bullshit like that. He leans up against the wall, he's like, what? You don't like bad boys? And that's in like the first like 10 minutes of the movie, so like, you kind of know what you're getting into from that point. And you would think that there would be like some kind of redemption for his character along the way, for him acting like a douche. No, he's just a douche. One of the things I hated about this movie was the whole Rihanna segment of the movie. Rihanna is not bad in the movie, she's not like amazing or anything, but you know, she's there, whatever. They're on the way to do their mission, and like, maybe like, this is probably like an hour and 15 into the movie or something like that. This is a 2.5-hour movie, and so there's still time to save it throughout the rest of the second act and through the third act. So I was just like, alright, you know, maybe we can still get something good out of this. And so they're going on their mission, and then somewhere along the way, like, they just get totally sidetracked. Cara Delevingne, she touches a butterfly, and it happens to be like a fishing lure for some aliens, like way up top the canyon. And then we get to Rihanna's strip club because Cara Delevingne got kidnapped and Dane DeHaan's trying to find her. And yes, Rihanna plays a stripper or an exotic dancer, however you put it. I don't care. It's nice. It's nice. And then we just spend like 25-30 minutes and Rihanna is just spouting to Dane DeHaan about like the power of love or some bullshit. It is literally the biggest waste of time. I don't need any of that shit in this movie. Granted, I know what they're trying to get at. He needs that extra pep talk in order for him to actually be serious about Cara Delevingne. I get it. But I don't need it. You know why? Because I don't give a fuck about these characters. Not a single one. And that just brings me back to what I was saying in the beginning, is that the biggest problem about this movie are the characters and the way they're written. There's just like no emotion involved, like at all. None at all. You're just sitting there watching things happen to people that you just don't give a shit about. The best part in this movie, they showed it in the preview when he's smashing through... Wow, fuck, that hurt. Jesus Christ. When he's running through walls, he's just smashing through walls, and each different wall that he smashes through is a different planet within the giant city. And so that's some tight ass shit. There's even a really good like market scene in the beginning of the movie that's pretty cool. There's like an interdimensional gun or something. I don't know. It was just there's cool stuff in there. And so I'm not gonna sit here and shit on the thing the whole time, but I'm not gonna praise this bitch. Another thing too is like this movie is just like so goddamn forgettable. Like I walked out of the theater and I was just like, wait a minute. Why? What just happened? Like, what did I just watch? Like I saw this movie, I think 2 days ago, and I had to look up the plot. Why is Ethan Hawke in this movie? Like, I feel bad for the man. I really do. I like him. That's my dude Jake. He stood up to the realest nigga alive.
I'm gonna get that gun, and then I'm gonna get that money. I don't believe you got it in you, Jake. I'm gonna go get it right now. Oh! Shit! Ah, you motherfucker!
But in this movie, he's just in there for like 5 minutes to just walk Dane DeHaan into goddamn Rihanna's private dance room. Like, God, man, it's a bad movie. Honestly, the more I talk about it, the worse it gets. The acting's kind of bad. The story is forgettable. You have no chemistry between your characters. You don't give a shit about your characters. The writing is kind of bad. But hey, the effects are good, and yeah. Guys, Valerian and the City of 1,000 Planets is a D. Oh. I wanted to give it like at least a C-, like at least a C-. But the fact that it's 2.5 hours, and the fact that I spent goddamn like $16 to go see this bitch in 3D, it's unacceptable. And like honestly, if you're gonna go see it in theater, yeah, you probably should go see it in 3D, but is it worth your money? Hell no. Hell no, it is not worth your money. You can Redbox it if you want to see it. We got Atomic Blonde coming out this weekend, but your boy is going to see Kendrick.
Nobody pray for me. It been a day for me.
So expect that review to drop sometime next week. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the shits, and let me know what your favorite sci-fi movie is. Why not? We're gonna start something new. Viewer interaction, because you know, why not? And if you have a movie that you want me to review, let your boy know. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.
I remember syrup sandwiches and crime allowances, but this a nigga